3 videos? Nah, we can't do. Oh, I thought they were gonna delay it until Thursday, tomorrow, because of the thing. And also, we'll see. I think I'm being played. Apparently, there's a different version of the CG trailer. I don't know. When I downloaded, yeah, no fuck. Wait, I don't know. You can't. It looks like she's holding. We'll see. How's this different? It looks the same in the thumbnail, but it looks. Wait, what is the gun? Hold on. Yeah, you see what I'm. Okay, here we go. We're gonna open this bad boy up first. It's the same.
I feel so
Extraordinary. I'm being bamboozled. But it did look in the thumbnail. Oh! How does that make? Is she gonna throw it? Holy shit. Okay, I get it. That's what they meant. I thought it was. Bro, Ooh, I almost like that better. Okay, so seeing that trailer again, like so many times. Dina's bracelet, like Ellie has it. She looks down, and I don't think they would spoil Dina's death in the trailer. We don't know. They're not. Yeah, and the gun. Like I've said, I don't think it's Joel's gun. You'll see what I like. My ultimate prediction. Whatchamacallit. I'll try to get it out before. Where everything basically summarized from start to end, how I think the game is gonna go. Try to get it out before the you know what I'm saying. I don't think. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, here, let's just go inside the gameplay. Ooh, 8 minutes. Oh, it's inside the world, bro. We're way too tired. I gotta eat dinner after this. Here we go.
The world of The Last of Us is dangerous.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're living in a protected area, there's something lethal around every corner. Once you venture out of your home, you're in danger. And where we're taking the story and where we're taking Ellie is like each step of the way, she's putting herself in more and more danger to bring these people to justice.
Bring these people to justice. Who are the people? David's Village or Fireflies?
The world, in every sense of the word, is bigger than Last of Us Part 1.
I heard it felt limitless.
Both in scale and the amount of physical space that exists for you to explore, for you to encounter other people.
Yeah, this route has its perks.
New dialogue!
Is to make every corner a challenge, make every decision hard for Ellie. And so we do that not just in the gameplay you experience, but also in the level design. So part of that is making certain experiences really hostile, be it through weather or through rivers or craggy cliffs or slick snow.
We know Ellie's gonna swim, but
in terms of how blind the player is. Like, what can they see? How safe do you feel? Can you see a threat coming around the corner? You never know if the bullets in your gun are gonna be enough. You never know if you can stop and bandage your arm. You can never fully breathe. And we want you to be in alignment with Ellie, who can never fully breathe when she experiences this trauma.
For Jackson specifically, we wanted to make it feel like a very close-knit kind of community that's focused on family, focused on sustainable ways of living. I obviously have the hydroelectric dam generator that's powering the town. You know, electricity in Jackson, which is not something that maybe players would expect to see in the world. But given that we're further in time, we wanted to show that there are certain people dedicated in the world to rebuilding a
that
life
was important. Did I miss
doesn't revolve around killing people and scavenging.
That was in part 1. Did I miss something? What is it?
As you walk around the town, you can hear kids laughing. You could see people going into restaurants and eating, and it's a very kind of tranquil town. Now, we know there's all these horrible things happening outside the walls, but they've been able to protect the innocence of this town.
Free Roman town?
Jackson, in many ways, represents what is at stake for our characters. A life of peace.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I got a tip to do this. I know I can do this. I misunderstood something. We'll rewatch it.
And relative comfort. A life where...
I misunderstood that John Sweeney said that the hydroelectric power plant was unique to parts out of the... Yeah,
where you can fall in love. A place where children can play and it's okay. And I think, you know, when we were looking at building out Jackson, it's like, okay, how many of those moments can we represent. What's awesome about the world of The Last of Us is it shows just how precious the things that we take for granted in our everyday lives, how precious those things are.
Facts, Anthony, big facts.
Seattle compared to Jackson is very different. It's more of a war zone, I would say.
Scars and W.
Part of the interesting thing with Seattle or the Pacific Northwest is that there's all this rain and all this foliage and wildlife, and it's this very lush area that if someone were to settle down, it'd be a pretty good place to settle down, just as far as the kind of fruit you can scavenge, the animals you can hunt.
It's gotta be 3D Marvel
because it
concept
is so lush, because it is so teeming with resources, is why there are multiple factions trying to fight over those resources.
Yeah, we know that. We know that, so that's why, you know what I'm saying. I'm not
in
like,
Seattle is the Washington Liberation Front. When the outbreak happened, the military took some pretty drastic actions and quarantined parts of the country. And this was their way of protecting the population that has survived this horrendous outbreak. And because of that, it led to rise of these resistance groups. And in the first game, we saw the Fireflies. And we heard about other groups, and in this game we get to see, here's another group that rose called the Washington Liberation Front that was able to defeat the army and thereby take over a lot of their equipment. And they're this very militaristic faction.
And the scars.
And at the same time, you have the Seraphites. And they're a religious group that also came up out of the outbreak that believed that the pandemic came because
I got a lot of flack back in the day, apparently, for
they're trying to reset the world and return it to a better place than it was.
In The Last of Us, almost any group that has survived this long has to be dangerous. If you're not dangerous, you're not going to survive. You're going to become someone's victim. And the two factions you run into are both very dangerous. The WLF has a lot of military equipment that they're able to use to defend this area, and they have large numbers, whereas the Seraphites are very quiet and stealthy and is able to use the large amount of foliage to their advantage, and they fight more in this kind of guerrilla warfare.
How you deal with them is going to be different because they have different language, they have different communication style. The scars will whistle to each other with this different language. And they have some of the stuff that you have. You have a bow and arrow, they can hit you with arrows and impale you, and you have to pull the arrow out. They have big sledgehammers and melee weapons. WLF, they have trained dogs.
I'm fighting that guy.
Sniff and attack you.
I'm doing stealth most of the shit, but if I ran into that guy, we're not doing stealth.
Dogs are a new level of threat that Ellie hasn't had to negotiate before, and hopefully they create a new complicated choice for the player. We saw in them an opportunity to challenge people's perceptions of what a combat setup can be. We wanted to find really hard choices. The dogs themselves have names. They're called out by their owners. We wanted every setup to be challenging.
Killing dogs is way harder than humans in video games,
Oh, that smell. Looks like Infected did this. How many?
Oh, no! Don't hit me with too much new gameplay, please. Oh! Infected did this. Was it? No, they didn't mention in part 1 if Infected ate, animals. Poor moose!
What do you think it would take to bring down a moose?
Oh.
Infected are still a threat in this world. We wanted to take first our basic classes that we had in the first game and say, okay, what's different about them now? So
I heard about that.
We'll
they
have
turned
scenarios where way more runners, like we can have hordes sometimes of runners coming after.
My OG PS4 is done.
Just escaping because the odds are just overwhelming. You know, this thing just keeps mutating. There's certain evolutions of Infected that you haven't seen before, certain new classes.
There's the Shamblers, which kind of have these exploding acid clouds.
Can't wait to see what they got though.
When you get near them.
You're running down a hallway and you have to suddenly make a decision like, oh, do I want to take the damage and go through this cloud, or find some other route, or go back the way I came? And it kind of forces you to, on the fly, kind of make new decisions about how you're going to deal with.
By the way, in case you didn't know, Shamblers are acidic cloud shit like that. I think I didn't hear if they said that. So that's why Ellie can get hurt by it. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, blah, 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 woo!
The threat behind you or potentially in front of you.
So again, it's about how do we make fighting against infected intelligence. So when you come on a space, you're listening to audio cues because different classes will make different sounds. If you just go in guns blazing and throw caution to the wind, you could be overwhelmed.
I'm doing easy without aim assist.
Level of uncertainty
Stealthy.
and instability
I do not
is
want
something our
to.
characters have to carry with them every day as they go out into the world to protect the people they love most. And that threat
Yeah,
is
like why I'm playing like yeah. Before you, yeah, I suck at video games in general. Like at the end of Last of Us Part 1, when I first played it, I like, oof, there was something that hurt me. I got the game over screen in the firefight lab. Like, listen to me, man. I want to first focus on the story in my first playthrough. I'm still gonna shit my pants on easy. I'm gonna remove aim assist. Like, I'm trash at video. Like, bro, if you've been with the channel for a while, you've seen that shit. Anyway, how about who?
banging on their door every day.
I really hope you make it.
Why are you? He's gonna come back. Ooh, he didn't the shots. He did. Jesse, why you betraying me? Why you betraying me? Okay, wait. Let's.
The Last of Us.
Hydro power plant.
Sustainable ways of living. I obviously have the hydroelectric dam generator that's powering the town, so we have, electricity in Jackson, which is not something that maybe players would expect to see in the world. But given that we're further in time, we wanted to show that there are certain people dedicated in the world to rebuilding a life that doesn't revolve around killing people and scavenging.
I'm really confused. English ain't my first language. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. We already have people rebuilding the world in part 1, but I get that maybe he's meaning the scale of that has increased. With that being oh, wait. Was my mic sense too high? OBS just flashed red. So, like I've said, we've never been professional out here, alright? Theories, more detailed, in-depth videos, they will resume. That's how you say it, right? Presume. I was aiming to get it out today, but I'm aiming to get it out tomorrow. Thoughts about the new gameplay details, about the accessibility and and I got a lot of theories locked and loaded, ready to go. Relax. I'm so hungry. I gotta go eat, man. Yeah, this is. When I played Red Dead Redemption, I was skipping meals, have this nutritional drink thing. I need to have my mind 100% when I play part 2. So yeah, don't skip meals. I promise myself. Okay? If you hear me bitching about skipping meals when I play part 2, I don't know, yeah, call me out on it. Because I said I wasn't gonna. Okay, bye.